Hello and welcome to The Forgotten Golfer. Today we're going to deal with short pitch shots that give you a very high soft shot and they give you a lot of bite so you can stop that ball wherever you want on a green. That's what we're going to go into today. We're going to use part of the same technique that we used in our sand shots, cupping the left wrist, leaving that face open at impact, to make your pitch shots just like the pros. In fact, take a look at this guy. That's Seve Ballesteros. And he knew that you cupped the wrist, kept it up. I mean, for all I know, he invented it. Probably not. Bobby Jones cupped his wrist too. But yeah, that's what we're going to work on. And you'd be surprised what kind of success you're going to have with your short game once you learn how to cup your wrist and hit those soft, high, floating pitch shots with all kinds of bite. And the interesting thing is you're letting the club, one club with a good deal of bounce, do all the work. You're not doing hardly any. It's just a rhythm. It's just a movement. Once you get the movement down, you'll be able to groove a nice little pitch shot that'll save you a lot of pars and maybe even get you a few birdies. So come right back and we'll get right into it. Come on. Well, let's start off by talking about some very good basics with chipping, and that is, how do you decide what to hit here? What do you do first? You find your ball, you hit your drive or your second shot. Here you are. You get a chip to a pin, say 20 yards away. What do you look for? Well, first of all, you're looking at the lie, and you're looking at maybe what club you're going to hit. I have a 52-degree wedge, bulky wedge with a 12 bounce on it. That's what I'm going to use for this shot. So with a bounce club, I need a little grass under the ball. So I have it. I have grass under the ball. But also, don't just get up and hit the thing. You got to check and see, is the ball below your feet? Is the ball above your feet? Make some practice shots right near the ball and get a sense how level you are with the ball. Look like I'm pretty level there, but if I'm not, then I got to make adjustments. I got to either grip the club more down the end or grip the club at the beginning by the shaft, depending on what the lie is. So that's number one, right? Number two is we got to line it up just like a regular shot. And we're going to decide, are we going to run it? Are we going to stop it? This particular shot, we're going to hit a high, lofty shot with a lot of spin. So we're going to use the cup method. All right? Now, basically, what I do, and this isn't true of everyone, so you're going to have to try things out on your own. Basically, when I'm using a bounce shot, I'm going to bounce it in there. I want the grip in relationship to the ball right here. And my stance accordingly is the center of my chest, is the shaft. So this is how I want it. Doesn't mean that that's how you want it. But this gives me the freedom to use the bounce and let the club slide right under the ball. Because that's what we're trying to do. We're not actually trying to hit the ball here. We're going to try to hit just in back of the ball. Put another ball there. We're going to try to hit basically where this ball is on the shot. And believe it or not, if you use the bounce correctly, it's going to slide into your main ball, main objective, and give you a nice, high, lofted, soft shot with a lot of spin. Now, why do you get a lot of spin when you're not even hitting the ball, you ask? Okay, well, because it slides right into it, starts at the bottom of your grooves and slides all the way up and grabs every groove if you do it correctly. And you keep the club, you keep its bounce. Now, if you were to obviously lean the club like this, you're cutting down on the bounce and you're cutting down on the ability for the ball to zip up that club and catch all these grooves. So that's why on this particular shot, I like it here. Now say we're hitting a lob shot. We want to go way up. I may choose another club. Now for a lob shot, I'm going to have the club handle back here because I want to really go under it, get it way up, and land super soft. But we're not doing that. We're just doing a normal bounce shot, and that's where I put the club. Now say you don't want a nice soft shot with bite. Say you want something with a little run, then perhaps you would put the club just ahead of the ball, and this would probably produce for you a little more run. I don't even do that because I have a problem putting the club too far ahead on a chip shot because lag is a killer for me. I tend to hit them thin or hit them fat, so I try to keep it more close to the ball. Even when my hand's ahead with the ball, it would be right here. I would be using my right thumb as a guide. But you just got to try it out for yourself and see what produces bounce for you. But again, for this particular shot, we got our aim. We're just going to get up. We're going to see where this club is. That's where we're planning to hit the ground, right? But it's just going to slide right under the ball. You won't even know you're not hitting the ball. It'll even feel like you're hitting the ball. Let me show you the technique. Couple bounces and it stops. Let me show you that again. Don't even have to give us a good lie here. See? Hitting it right in the middle. And the ball is just running up the club. One more. Ball sits right down. So now I guess that a couple of you are asking, yeah, but what are you doing? Just bouncing the club into the ball, that's it? No, there is a technique. There is a technique of hitting this shot. And I'm going to go over it right now. But it's very simple. And I'm going to show you how to keep the bounce on the club with your swing. Basically, when you take the club back, you're going to open it up so this club is pointing to the sky. Let me show you this way so you can see it. I'm going to take it back so the club is pointing to the sky, just like this. Now we're going to cup the wrist. Then we're going to come down and hit right in back of the ball. We're almost going to let the club fall on the ball. It's not a muscle shot. It's a feel shot. Up, cup, down, hit. All right? Up, cup, down, and hit. Now, you may say, yeah, I've seen people do that with much more grace than you, Tony. And I'll say, well, I agree. I agree. I'm not the king of grace, but it's up, cup, down, hit. You know, I have a lot of restraints. My body is much different. What can I say? I'm doing the best I can, and that's what this video is about. This is for all kinds of people with all kinds of physical makeups. If I was a 20-something and very supple, the shot would be a whole different kind of shot. I'd be moving through the ball better. I'd be hitting the ball more consistent than I am. But I'm 66. So you got what you got. I'm happy. I'm hitting beautiful shots. Let me show you another one. We're going to go up, cup, release, hit. And we're not going to try to roll it over. Rolling it over will take the spin off. So again, it's up, cup, use the shoulders. Don't forget to get a shoulder turn. It's still a swing. It's not a flick. It's not this. That's not it. You'll scull it or chunk it. It's still a swing. It's still a move. You're still putting a move on this ball. But again, we're trying to hit the ball right back here. And that's weird. And that's going to take time. But you can get it. So here we go. Up, cup, skim it right in back of the ball. There you go, a nice soft shot with some bite. Let me show you some from the other angle. So to make sure you got it, we'll even go to a shorter flag so you can see the ball actually fly. You know, when you think about it, this is really a crazy shot. Who would have thought that you could hit such a beautiful shot without hitting the ball, hitting the ground? But that's the way it goes. And that's what we're doing. Again, toe up, cup, let it fall, let it release, but release under, like this, under. There's actually a video out there, if you look closely, with Tiger doing a shot, not too unsimilar like this. I don't know if he's cupping his wrist, I think so. But if you notice, he's got his right hand way under the club, and I believe what he's doing is getting ready to go like this, give it all kinds of spin. It's one of those videos where he spins the ball quite a bit. Okay, so we line this shot up. It's gonna feel weird having the handle and back of the ball. There's a tendency for you to feel like the club is close. Well, no, open it up and square it up. Square it up so you're at your target, even though the handle is in back of the ball. And then we're going to go up, use the shoulders, hit it. So, toe up, cup, hit. Nice and easy. Okay. That was right next to the hole, if you saw it, hopefully. And you got to admit, of all the videos that you watch online, I'm not the guy that says, hey, look how great I am, I can do this. I'm the guy that says, I'm having trouble with this, but I'm going to show you how I figured it out. That's how this video works. That's who I am. And that's why I think it's easier to learn from these videos than some of the other ones that the guy, well, I do that, I try hit it 350 and I'm happy. And if I can hit it 350, you can hit it 350. We're just hitting chip shots. We're going to toe up, cup. Am I jealous? You better believe it. But this is what I got. Took a little divot with it. The ball was sitting down a little bit on me. I give myself a better lie. Once again, I can't stress how important it is to get up and make a few practice swings to see right here, it's like the ground is higher. So I have to go down on my club a little bit. Otherwise, I'm gonna bottom out like I did on that last shot. I got to take my own advice sometimes. So here we go. Much better. Much better. Just make an adjustment. Choke up on the club, just a hair. Hey, stopped on a dime. Isn't that wonderful? If you have any questions, just write me about it. But basically, you can look up the Seve Ballesteros short game, and you'll see the part where he's doing that pitch shot when he's got the club like this. There's also a wonderful teacher in the UK named Daniel Grieve. I think that's how you pronounce it. A wonderful, wonderful teacher. I'll put his name in the description, and you can look him up. He just wrote a book, 3 releases, where he talks about the bump and run, this shot here, and then a lob shot. So he may be of great resource to you, especially if you're in the UK, but I'm sure it's a good book to read if you live here too, in the US. So anyway, until next time, be good. And when I see you, you'll say, Tony, am I hitting my pitch shots now? Oh yeah.